are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Denver Broncos taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team the best chance to win. Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And he's got room. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Broncos are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And we see James. He will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
That catch good for only a couple. From the 17, Bridgewater finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Bridgewater now. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it's a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And this is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On play action, now Garoppolo. That's complete to the tight end, Werner. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he'll be taken down, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Now Garoppolo going for it all. And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's third down.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
The kick by Gold is good.
And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the traders take a look, we'll step aside. Play fake. Bridgewater.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Working with a 2nd and 3. On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On first down, they go with Mostert again.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. It's a 1st down and more for Gordon. And he gets this one down to the 24.
71 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Bridgewater now for Gordon on the draw.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. And this one a 41-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Set to take over again here on offense, Jimmy G and the 49ers. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks and no touchdown passes yet either. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Garoppolo now, first down throw. James has got it, complete. And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50.
5 yards remain on second down.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo.
He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And Gold is able to put it through. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Yeah, he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And from here, might not be able to take a knee. Might need to run a play here this close to their goal line.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. There goes Melvin Gordon. The 40. Past the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
McManus's point after is good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So these two teams will head to the... So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated. Ready to go for the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
Well, if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
Bradley Chubb there on the tackle.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there to defend. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? They're going to look to throw.
And they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick 6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick 6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended? That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all, and what a play here. Another pick 6 in the Super Bowl. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick 6. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run right side with Mostert. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
3rd quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on 1st down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
They'll try and run here with Mostert.
And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Throwing now is Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Here's Mostert, toss left side. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Or it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Melvin Gordon leading Denver's offense back out. And he has enjoyed some solid groundwork and some good holes. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater, open man, and again it's Sutton. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
2nd and 10 here in the 3rd quarter of Super Bowl 56.
And again, it's Bridgewater. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. It was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
Here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd and 12. A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 36. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Wow, 185 yards rushing for him now as he closes in on a 200-yard night. Now Gordon on first down. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Second and 2. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On first down, Gordon. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Second and 7. The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 25. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. On second down, Gordon once more. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. Now they'll run. Murray. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Looking to throw, Garoppolo.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team.
Returning it, here's Hamler.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
And the Lombardi Trophy goes west, and it goes to the Denver Broncos, your Super Bowl champs. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
I shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys about to mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on rap a lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's what